to What's Right with the World with your host, Glenn Ambrose.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to What's Right with the World. So today we're going to jump right into the first story here, which is, Ben, go for it.
All right. So today we're talking about vending machines for the homeless, which have been launched in the United Kingdom. I have an article here from the Chicago Tribune about these Action Hunger vending machines, and basically, the idea for it is that charity organizations and people will fill these vending machines with clothes and food and stuff that people would need, and then homeless citizens would get access cards. So whenever they needed something to eat, they can just go over to it, and they're the only people that can swipe in.
Yeah. Nice. So, and that started in the UK, and
It
now
started in the UK. It was just launched in the UK, and it's already very popular, and it is going to debut in U.S. cities soon.
Huh. So, yeah, so they must be having a lot of success with it if it's being duplicated over here. So,
Yeah.
Which is cool. You know, it's all about us being a community, you know, and helping one another in ways. It's the, you know, it takes a village mentality. So when people are down, we can actually help them with the fundamentals, you know, just what they need to survive, which is food and warmth, and putting it in a basis where they can access it. That's, you know, to me, that's a good example of kind of out of the box thinking. You know, how it's just like we look at a situation and it's like, well, let's not throw money at them. You know, a lot of people, the reality of it is, you know, there's a fair percentage of homeless people that are struggling with some sort of addiction. So you don't want to throw money at it, but you can throw blankets at it, you know, and you can throw food at it. So I think that is a good example of us as a community really trying to help one another, and, you know, and give people a hand when they're down. Especially, I know we talked about this in the other podcast, the weather, the way the weather's been lately. It's been so cold here that in the Northeast for 2 straight weeks is, you know, it's crossed my mind a few times. It's like, geez, what are the homeless doing in this type of weather?
Yeah.
It's scary.
When I lived in New York, the ATM vestibules were always full in the winter.
Yeah, and you know, the thing with homeless people too is yeah, it's got such a stigma attached to it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and the reality of it is, you know, a lot of us don't know anybody who's been homeless. You know, I do. You know, I know a lot of people that have literally, you know, been sleeping at the Salvation Army and been homeless. I was homeless, you know, at one point. Now, I was fortunate enough to, be in Florida, so it wasn't as cold, but also to have not completely burned out bridges from all my friends yet, to where, you know, friends would let me sleep on a couch or in a spare bedroom. But it's, you know, in that situation, I remember hearing somebody go, I literally heard somebody say this, and it triggered in my brain. Somebody said, I never knew I was homeless until somebody told me. They said that they had been sleeping on people's couches and stuff, friends' couches, and that it never dawned on them that they were homeless. And I was sitting there listening to this person speak, and I was going, oh my God, I was homeless too. And I didn't even know it. You know, I didn't even look at my situation. I didn't call myself homeless, but I didn't have a home. I was sleeping on friends' couches, and, you know, and I did sleep in my car once too, for like a week. And that was up in the winter in Massachusetts. I used to get like 4 or 5. I had like 4 blankets, and I'd get all dressed up in winter clothes and everything and put all the blankets on top of me and crank the heat in the car as much as I could, and then turn the car off and go to sleep. And then wake up, like 4 hours later, freezing, start the car up again, warm up the car. And then, but at least I had a car to be in too.
Right.
But, I parked in an apartment complex parking lot because, then I figured, well, there's a bunch of cars there. And, if the cops drive by, they're not going to kick me out. And because there's a lot of other cars there, So,
wow, I had no idea.
Yeah. And that, so that's like, because that's some of the stuff that I experienced that, at the time it was difficult. But when I'm looking at a situation now, it allows me to look at it more realistically. There's a reason that people are homeless, and it's not because they're lazy. They may have become lazy somewhere along the road. Maybe that's what manifests out, is them not doing anything to better their situation. But there's an underlying cause of that. There aren't people who there's no such thing as a human being that is made to not do anything with their lives. There's no such thing as that. So that means that things have transpired in their life to get them into a place of hopelessness where they feel that they can't do anything with their lives, and and mental disorders, and there's addictions, and there's actual reasons underneath it. And that's what people fail to see. They just see the symptom, which is they're homeless and they're not doing anything. And
fortunately, the good people at Action Hunger, which is the name of the charity that started the vending machine idea, are doing something about it.
Yeah.
So that is definitely something that is right with the world.
Right. So if we shift our perspectives away, like if we keep our perspectives on judging and saying what's wrong, we don't see the solutions, and nothing good comes out of that. But this company did see a problem, and instead of getting caught up with what's wrong with it, they started to try to figure out how they can benefit it. And they came up with a really unique, wonderful idea that's being copied around, starting in the UK, coming over here. So it could be a global movement that they've begun. So here's to them.
All right.
So that is going to do it for this episode, and keep looking for what's right with the world.
Glenn is available for life coaching sessions, in person or via phone and Skype. To book an appointment or for more information, go to glennambrose.com, follow him on Facebook and Twitter, or click the link in the description of this episode.